How are y'all guys doing today? This is your boy back here, Ricky Roberts, man. Sorry about I did not stream for a month, really, but that has a lot of stuff to do. As a matter of fact, with this coronavirus crisis, is getting bad, really. So, really, I haven't been able to really do too much here, but just sit here. So, I can't really do too much stuff, but be on the laptop. So, sorry I didn't really stream nothing because I was just playing on games and level. So, sorry about that, guys. But you see me back now. Uh. So we're gonna be still talking about the laws and stuff. I think I might have to go on a different subject because really I actually did forget what the stuff I had talked. I said to y'all, so I really don't know. So maybe we might have to. We might gotta go back over it, but basically laws is the way the earth connects. Communicates with the world. It's the way it is, but so today we're gonna be talking about laws. As Peach 5'8", gonna be 1.5. Talking about the different types of laws, different types of communities that can do with that combines with the laws and how it connects to the world and what it does for the world. Come with that. So make sure you subscribe and comment. Give me views, man. I got 130 views. 121 views. Thank you, y'all. If y'all saw my not in this video, I wanted to see full gameplay, but I couldn't really do that because couldn't get the thing good off. So really, I had to show y'all that point of video. So thanks for giving me views. So basically, I got 130 views now. I had 120, but now I have 130. So I appreciate for giving them views. So love, man. One love. But make sure you subscribe and comment, give them views at the end of the video. When you watch the video, and let's go ahead and get into this. Let's get inside this video. Let's talk about laws. Now, like I said before, we're gonna be talking about the way it connects, how it connects, and what it does for the world, what it does for us, what it does for me, or what it does for anybody else. So, what laws really do? They don't really. They do somewhat protect you. Laws do somewhat protect you, but they don't protect you in a good way because really, if you break the rule, if you break the law, you still be getting in trouble, like getting arrested, go to jail or something. But if you do follow the laws, you actually have to succeed in walking away from getting in trouble or get put into something that's not good. You don't get put to, like jail or something. So, what you want to do really is make sure you follow the laws. If you don't, it's all right. Some people can break a little bit of laws. But really, you ain't supposed to break no laws at all because really, if you think about it in school, see, they got rules, but it's different kind of rules. It's different kind of rules because it's different kind of rules. They tell y'all that rules because they want y'all to be good. They want all of us to be good, But in high school, it's not really different. It's different because really they don't follow the rules, but because the high school and middle school they're a little bit grown out. They can do anything they want to. I get that though, but really, you're not supposed to do that because really, you get in trouble like a punishment. You even go to the dean's office or something like principal, and you can have not a greater chance at doing what you need. So basically, that's not good though. So laws is the way to help you make sure you don't get in trouble. It basically protects you. It basically protects you. So it basically protects you from getting in trouble or any other trouble that you're in now. But if you do somewhat follow the rules, you won't get in trouble, and you're guaranteed a good, maybe a reward if you can keep following the rules, and also be good in class. Because guess what? I know for a fact that 50% of the world does not really follow the rules. Only the other 50% of the world do follow the rules. Because guess what? They don't want that. They don't want to be like the other 50%. of the guys that don't follow the rules, because guess what? They want to be good in this world. They will not be a changed man, not a different kid or nothing, a child, not be a different guy. And that's what it's like. You don't want to be getting, they don't want to get in trouble, the other guys. But the other guys don't want to follow rules, do, because, or laws, because they just don't want to, put it. But you have to pull it in this kind of world because a community is something that can include violence, all kinds of violence. I'm gonna tell y'all some good old violence here. I'm gonna tell y'all. See, there's all different kind of. You have direct violence, which is somewhat of maybe doing a direct to somebody or hurting to their face, and you have different kind of violence. So that's all the violence we have in this world. So we don't want to. You don't want to not break laws because it can also make chaos in this world. That's not going to be good. So what we want to do is keep following laws to have a chance at getting out of trouble and then having a chance having a good having a good chance of survival or even like that. So what you want to do is not even try to get in trouble. But sometimes these things don't go according to plan, that you may know. You have to actually, it's not really easy. Some people, but it's not only people don't want to follow laws, they also don't want to follow, they also don't want to talk to people in a way they're also disrespected too, because really, if they disrespect you, that's called direct violence, because basically, it's not like violence, it's going to be to your, it's not like violence if it's going to be to your face, it's just violence, like, well, yeah, to your face, yeah, but not to really. I mean, it's someone maybe to hurt you, but not to hurt your feelings or nothing. So it's not really to direct. It's not really real violence to actually harm anybody, but it can hurt somebody's feelings because basically, if you have that kind of sense of humor, tell somebody that you don't like it or something, you can do that. But that happens at all, really. But also another thing you might want to know that it happens too is all different kinds of violences that happens around the world. Each one even happens in different states. But also even each one has two different vibes. But so basically, if you think about it, it's in that way. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this screen too long, really, because don't really know. I don't know. I won't be doing the screen too long, no, man. Let's get back to this subject. Look here. If you want to know the way it connects, the laws connects with it, is it, like I said, it has a way of connecting. And that is to not break the law or follow the law either. Now, sometimes they don't give you too much laws to follow. Sometimes they don't even let you do it because basically, usually, I mean, they don't let you do it like that. They just wait. They let you do it for a minute, for a day a week, and they'll get you then. Because really, they want to give you time because really they don't want to punish you too early, but or not too late either. Because guess what? They think it's gonna be too. Once you try to punish them, they're not gonna better actually be in there. They're gonna try to find some way to escape it. So what you do is find a way to not punish them early, but just mess around, just wait, and then you punch the strike. It's almost like a cobra, like it scratches prey. It's prey. Like you gotta wait till it strikes back. Yes, it's like that. There's other ways of doing this, though. Really, if you don't want your kid to follow the rules, You can have, of course, you got the school counseling, but that wouldn't really never work because guess what? The school counseling is about expressing your feelings. Yes, it is, I know, but really, you don't want to. Usually, some people don't want to tell therapists what they're thinking about in their minds because basically they're scared to tell things about. But they're also not limited to tell anybody nothing really because they're scared. But if you can find a way to avoid that, you can avoid that by not only doing what you think is best by not following the rules, but just keep doing that because you're gonna not follow the rules, not follow the laws. You're gonna put yourself in danger of put yourself in danger of getting in trouble, and you won't be able to get out of it. But you may be able to get out of it in a single hand by talking about therapy or by counseling. Because basically, you can think about it. If you can think about it, it could be that way of you, like an example, Sally had gotten in trouble for kicking somebody in the bathroom or something, and you can. And the principal says the principal come in the bathroom, sees you in there with a board, and they think that so. It was actually not supposed to be in the girls' bathroom, and you figure it out, and then they get both of you, and then the principal punishes both of you. Then you learn to find a way to get out of there by telling the truth, the real truth of it. That can help you out, but sometimes that don't always go to plan because really, the truth sometimes is not a respectful thing to do. You sometimes have to just to lie because if you can lie, you pull it off for a minute, then you tell them that. That's when you strike back. That's when you tell them. It's almost like a cobra or a prey or like attacking a tiger or a cub. So really, it's just you strike back, and that's when you tell them. Don't tell them the truth. Just lie, and then afterwards you tell them the truth. What you gotta do so, if you do that, that will help you make sure that you won't get in trouble too much. But really, you probably still get a little bit of not a smaller punishment, but the other guy's gonna get bigger punishment because basically it helps on that, and it works somewhat in government too because the president can lie about what he didn't do, and then you miss it. Really, he will get in trouble, but he also will be getting banished from the presidency step because really, the Congress can only really do that, but also if there's also a House representative that can do it, like anybody else say, or ex-president, vice president, you can have anybody to ever be able to do that. So, but basically, that's just the way laws go around. You see everybody really around the world be breaking a lot of laws, but one thing you don't, a lot of laws. But one thing you don't know is that you'll get in trouble for laws. Now, most people don't care, but what you do, you want to care about it because guess what? It's not really a good position you want to be in because if you want to free yourself, you have to say you have to escape from it. And if you want to escape from that punishment, you just have to lie or something, or and not by not telling the truth. If you don't tell the truth, it's not gonna be there. You can tell them afterwards you lie. So if you lie about it, yeah, it's almost like the president lies about what if you didn't do nothing. If you didn't do nothing, if you did anything, so that was illegal. So basically, they would have to in order to get that president stamped down from the presidency, they really will have to write. They really have to write something to. I don't know. I forgot. Really, they have to write something to get him down from the presidency when the next year comes. But next year, when 1 year comes past by. But if you don't get him down before, you're gonna have to actually keep him because really, get rid of that president before he, move on to the next year because that's how it does. That's how it goes. You don't want to be happening like that. Now, laws back in the 1990s were actually originally made as rules, not laws, as you think about it. And now people back in the 1990s was using laws as rules because they thought they could do anything they wanted, and they just decided not to do anything because not to do anything. They would stop doing anything that can get them in trouble. Because that's all they can do, and they was obliged to do that because guess what? It was 1990s. You couldn't do anything back then. But now in the 2000s, you see many presidents signing laws, like laws and stuff, and you see a lot of stuff happening. And now you see a lot of people following, but also sometimes breaking the rules. But really, if you can see, if you think about it, it hasn't really been the same since then because really it's changed. Yeah, the evolution of rules really it had evolved because basically everybody was not allowed to do everything in 2000s, but in the 1990s they was because basically if you can think about it, they didn't have a clue what it was really. They didn't think about what rules are. They didn't have a clue what it was. They didn't want to use it because maybe not they thought they could do all the stuff they want. It's still getting not still not getting trouble. But here it's really not different because really most people think that people that they can that they can rob a store or something, or rob a bank, and they won't get in trouble. But really, yeah, will actually you will because really that's breaking the law and breaking your own civil nation thing, your own town, your own hometown, or own city laws that you don't want to break. Especially if you're a good citizen, because you are a good citizen, you don't want to be robbing a bank because it will make you not a good citizen anymore, and it could potentially put you in enough trouble, put you in more trouble, in bigger trouble that you're gonna be in, and not even try to get out of it, just be stuck in it. But you also can, it also make you not be more tough than what you be. And also probably make you move to another city because if you could think about if you could think about going to another city, the other city might abide by rules, but the other city probably don't. But really, all cities do abide by rules and laws because if they don't, they have to make a plan to get them laws and rules. Now, really, you don't really need rules everywhere you go, but really you do because if you like go to like a carnival, they tell you not to like run or skip or something, run and not mess up the carnival and stuff and all that because actually that's for your safety because they don't want anybody to get hurt and they might just take the blame for it and they might get sued or something. So you wanna when you go to public places like any other places like restaurants, bathrooms and stuff, you wanna at least follow the rules they're saying in there because if you don't, it's gonna be not good. And they might even in restaurants you gotta say you gotta follow the rules because really and there really ain't any rules in there, but you do. It's only a little bit of rules, really. But if you don't, there's gonna become police on you because basically you won't be following any rules. But if you can, if you're in public places, it's not really like I said before. It's not really rules and laws everywhere in places, but they do that only for the sake of safety. Is also because they don't want anybody to get hurt and they don't want to be blamed for it because really they're actually somewhat responsible for your demise or they're somewhat responsible for your injuries. So you don't want that to happen because it could be life changing for the customers, the other customers. It could also be life changing for the guys that are there at the public places that are working in the public places. So it'll also be a change on yourself because basically now that you got now that you had not followed the rules you had followed, um, it resulted in you getting injured from it, and now you hold yourself and the workers and the other customers responsible of that, because basically you didn't follow the rules yourself. So basically, you are that you basically are going to be shaming yourself of that. But you don't have to really be ashamed of yourself for long, because if you can fix that problem, at least lie, but also tell the truth, then you at least it will at least help some, and you'll not have a big punishment, and not. But what you don't want to do is tell them that when you break a law, you can't tell them that you didn't mean to do it, because really you did do it by choice, because you didn't want to do the laws, or you feel lazy to do it. So you don't need to lie about it. So basically, that's what I'm talking about. The laws connects, rules connect. Now, in every world, you'll see a lot of rules you have to follow, and also in public places. So, but the world will never be the same again if you break rules. So you have to stick to your methods that you have to use to tell to yourself. To tell a lie and then truth afterwards. Then you also don't have to. You also don't have to use your. You don't have to use your brain to do that. You just use it for the methods you want to use to get you out the situation. And it usually is what. And you usually actually use a catchphrase. So like with some who was something to do, who someone would do, but it's actually about what you would do if you was in the situation by breaking the rules or the laws. So what you really want to do is about following the methods that you have, and by using everything you got to get you out the situation. Because if you don't, it's gonna be life threatening. Because really, it's also gonna change you, and you're gonna be very ashamed by it. It's gonna leave you in a pain of guilt for your rest of your life, and you'll be feel bad about it. And it will also affect your life as well, and your job, and your public life as well. Life also affects the job and everything. If you have a job, then you can if they put you in jail, you'll have a prison record and stuff. You won't can't get a job. So basically, now basically, if you can think about it, if you can think about it, we can put it in this perspective. Look here, I don't really know too much about laws, really too much, but I did learn in school, so I know one thing. You have to follow them and use your methods along the way, and you'll find some way to get yourself out of this situation. Because you help that along with that'll help you advantage, at least get you out a little bit of trouble, and also give you. But if you do see somebody else breaking the law, at least don't really get involved in it. Although you can at least try to help them and help them realize and tell them about if you did. So say if somebody else broke the law, if you also did experience that too. You tell them what you experienced and tell them the methods you used to get you out of this situation. That way, the other person won't be involved, won't be getting in trouble the same thing you got in trouble, and that'll help the person get out of trouble as well. But also the same way help you get out of trouble. So if that you use the method to your advantage, it will at least help you get out of trouble in a good way, and that will somewhat give you a doubt of having a chance of not having your life change and becoming a good citizen. But you have to not break rules, because basically people don't really care about which rule they break. They just break the rule, but you have to know about the rules is really you break. It's not really too much rules in every place, really, but there's enough rules to really break that can be somewhat a problem towards you, and a problem that you don't want to experience. So if you do experience that problem, you want to at least use methods to work and to help this by doing it by your way, or it could be somebody else's way. So if you do that, you'll have a clear chance of getting up the situation hands free of not breaking the law. But it's not easy like that way, because basically sometimes these don't go into plan. They'll try to tell you more questions about what are you saying or what you're doing or wherever you're from and stuff, about your identity and public identity. And they're gonna tell you about that, and even they might even get the police caught up on you, because basically you're not telling the truth. But really you have to do that a little bit though, a little bit, but you do want a little bit at least. But they do kind of get a little bit more extreme, lie a little bit, but then also stop a little bit and just tell the truth afterwards. Because basically, if you do that, that's going to help you. I know it might not work really. It's not. It might not. But in different situations, it may not. It may not work, because really, in the more extreme instance, it won't really work in that way. But it might work a little bit. But they're gonna care about it. But hey, man, you didn't have to come in there, no. Hey, yeah, it might work in different situations. It can work, but it try to work well it works. But if you can follow those methods to having a good clean to get yourself out of trouble, it'll help you in life, and it'll actually help you in another way too. Because really, it'll also help you in if you like running or something, and you're having a bad day, and you try to you feel like you want to break the law or two, and you just do that by breaking the law. So basically, if you use that method, that'll help you have a better day, really. But sometimes, like I said, don't go according to the plan. You're gonna lose this in different situations, not extreme situations. But if they bring the police in, it won't really be easy, really. It won't. It's not gonna be something you expected to get you out of trouble, because you might still be going where you're going. Then due to the chief, they probably gonna not care. But sometimes it won't. Sometimes it's gonna only work in situations that have simmered down, or be that's not that extreme. But if it is extreme, it's gonna be somewhat. It's gonna be somewhat not good for you to tell the truth. At least right now, but lie to him a little bit, and then tell the truth at the end, when you may better get yourself out of trouble. But sometimes you won't always get out of trouble. You'll just have to face the punishment. But that's the way it is in life. You have to face your consequences. Because if you think about it, right? If you think about why people are getting in trouble today anyway, because they don't want to face the consequences. Instead, they get a more troubling. They get more troubling punishment, and that actually destroys their life. Because basically, if you won't choose something like that, then that will give you a chance to get out of trouble, and that way your life will be fixed, and you will be a good citizen again. And plus, if you're gonna get in trouble and break a law, it's not being a good citizen, because your responsibilities is to get a job, is to get a job, is to get a job. It's to get a job. Sorry about that. It's to get a job. Get make sure you don't make sure you don't do anything that's gonna break your law. Make sure you don't and break the laws, and also that can give you a clean slate of a chance of not being chance of not being a chance of not being So basically, yeah, if you can get yourself a job, not break the law, and do what you do normally responsibilities, that can give you a clean slate to getting yourself out of trouble with the laws. So, therefore, I'm gonna be signing off now. I'll see y'all guys later. I'll be making one tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we're gonna be having a good one. We're gonna talk about different situations, breaking the laws, situations and everything. So, but I want y'all to know something. Use your methods to help you get out of trouble if you do break a law. If you do, just use what you got. If you don't want to use those methods, just use what you got. Okay? And it'll help at least a little bit. So this is your boy Ricky Rob signing out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and get a comment and get them views. And we keep posting them little gameplays. Trust me, get the whole game in. So I'll see you guys later and peace out.